It's easy to set a young heart on the run, to see it crashing out the sky, falling one by one.
You know, fam, I'm not surprised anymore that these PlayStation fanboys sink this low at these times, just to freaking have material to do these console wars that just absolutely mean nothing in their lives. It amazes me that these people still exist to these days. It just amazes me that these PlayStation fanboys, these grown adults, want to wage war online over a plastic piece of console that they do not even care about. And I'm not talking about the PlayStation, I'm talking about the Xbox. And what kind of annoys me out of this whole situation is due to the fact that these PlayStation fanboys are fucking using this dev as a cornerstone to dunk on the Xbox fanboys. It just sits here and thinks, and I think to myself sometimes, it's like, can you guys go play video games or something? Can you guys go do something with your lives? And honestly, I shouldn't be really surprised, but you know, these are grown folks that can vote with us, they can drive. It just amazes me that these people are literally online using this developer as a way to dunk on the Xbox fanboys. It just amazes me sometimes. Anyway, like I always say before we dive right into this content, please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack, and let's just go ahead and dive right into this content. Remember everyone, Stellar Blade selling 1 million copies was considered a flop by the Xbox. I want to see that same energy coming from that community of hypocrites.
What goes around comes around.
Oh, I don't want to hear it from you, Peanut Gallery. Your mouths run constantly about Xbox and how much of a failure it is. So when they have a game that sells really freaking well, like 3 million copies more than Stellar Blade, you guys call it a flop. And I know your goony looking ass was in that crowd doing that type of stuff. So honestly, what comes around goes around. And here's a little factor too, to just throw it in there too. The fact that Stellar Blade was backed by Sony and it only sold about, what, 1 million copies is kind of sad in that situation, that Sony didn't step up to the plate and promote that fantastic game even more than it already was. Like, that's really sad in that situation. And Hypercharge? Nah, this was just solely made by 6 people that developed this game that was indie and was not backed by Xbox. So honestly, those numbers right there that those 6 indie developers did was absolutely fantastic numbers. Like, I am very surprised, and you know what, I am very, very happy that they got their game out to Xbox and in front of more people. Now, do I really wish Xbox pushed it a little bit more? Yeah, a little more advertising for them. Yeah, I kind of wish they did, but you know what? It is what it is, to be honest. Oh, also, too, generic Eric, for the love of God, please leave these developers out of your little console war that you like to stroke your own ego to. It's not cool. It's not fad. It doesn't make you cool at all. I'm sure you get the likes on there, but likes are only temporary. Having your respect is forever. I played TS on Steam and it was pretty good, but we all know the majority of Xbox community doesn't buy shit. They wait for it to come on Game Pass.
Come on, that's a bunch of horse shit.
So Xbox players don't buy video games, right? If I remember correctly, didn't PUBG sell like, what, 8 million copies on Xbox just alone? And if I remember correctly, about 200 million premium editions of Starfield was sold. So if I was to say maybe a good 10 to 20% of that was on the Xbox, that's still pretty good. That's still a lot of people buying fucking games. And not to mention, if I remember correctly, Diablo 4 and Street Fighter 6 was topping the charts for like a good maybe 2 to 3 months on the Xbox market. So saying that Xbox don't buy video games is kind of like a diluted notion that really needs to fucking stop. I mean, it's kind of getting old here. And before some Jar Jar Binks comes into my comment section saying, well, wait, Gara, Diablo 4 is on Game Pass, those numbers are inflated. Spoiler alert, it was a year later that Diablo 4 came to Game Pass. This screenshot right here was taken the day of Diablo 4 launching on Xbox, along with Street Fighter 6 being launched like what, like 2 weeks later or something, or before that, I can't remember. But my point is that these numbers are still accurate to this day. And your little argument that these PlayStation fanboys like to have, like, Game Pass artificially fucking bumps up these numbers, is kind of null and voided in this situation. Xbox calling Stellar Blade flop because they hate to see beautiful women as main characters inside the game. And yes, the Xbox community are the worst ones. PC gaming community was the second worst.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
The foolish comment to say that Xbox people don't like beautiful women, like, no, trust me, I know a lot of homies on Xbox and they love them some big, beautiful, big booty bitches, okay? They love them some women, okay? The beautiful women, okay? But here's the factor that I'm going to really hit you with. I'm going to be scraping the surface level on this little situation, that little comment they saying that the Xbox community is the absolute worst. Let me remind y'all PlayStation fanboys of something real quickly. There's a reason why JTech TV is not really liked in this community, or in the gaming community just in general. There's reasons why. There's plenty of videos online that you could go look up, because I'm not going to mention them in this video because I'll probably end up getting demonetized in the situation, you know, because, you know, YouTube likes to be like that. Not to mention that you guys have Reforged Gaming. God knows I've already covered that doofus a couple times. And let's not mention that, you know, the PlayStation fan base is very notorious to harassing developers if they don't get a certain release date of a certain video game. Now, I don't remember anybody in the Xbox camp doing that to anybody. The worst I remember of any Xbox fanboy doing anything remotely terrible is what is his name, Crap Gamer, harassing Phil over the fact that a certain video game was going, well, multi-plat. So I mean, that's all I remember for the Xbox community being real bad. But the worst one in this situation out of the whole fanboys, it's got to be the PlayStation fanboys. You guys are unhinged as hell. Not to mention there's multiple creators, making multiple videos of the dumbest shit that you people say and do. Also, I'm kind of curious what the PC players did to the PlayStation gamers to get their jimmies that rustled up in this situation. I gotta know. 100K people regret the money they spend.
And you might want to gargle my ballsack.
You know what? It's pretty positive on the marketplace where people could review the game and people are saying that they really like it. Hell, even on the online discourse with Twitter where these people bought it on Xbox, they seem to like it a lot. So I don't know, dude. Maybe it seems you're talking out of your ass here. I think this pretty much proves my point that Xbox players only care about shooter games and will never ever bat an eye to any other game that don't have guns in them. And people always tried so hard to prove me wrong when the results are right there.
I'ma plant me a dumbass tree.
I've already put up like 2 games on this video right now disproving that whole situation. Not to mention that Baldur's Gate 3 came out like what, to the end of last year, and people lost their fucking minds on Xbox. They were literally begging the developer to put it on Game Pass, but the developer and I think the CEO, I believe, I think it was the CEO, knew better not to put it on Game Pass than make them pay full price, okay? Xbox players are hungry for good games, just like the PlayStation camp, and just like the PC, well, I mean, the PC camp is just doing perfectly fine. We have a shit ton of games where we are, so we ain't gotta worry about like buying new games to satisfy our own satisfaction, unlike you fuckers every single when your new game coming to PlayStation, when new game coming to Xbox. No, we're just doing perfectly fine on PC. But let me just tell you this, there is demand for other games besides shooters. Damn, struggling. Want to make it $1 million, put it on PS5? Xbox fans waited to come on the Fire Stick to rent. I wonder if this Jar Jar Binks over here can even like process in his mind a 6-man development team that sold 100,000 copies on Xbox is a very, very good sign for a 6-man dev team, especially an indie dev too. That's very good. It doesn't have to be millions, okay? This is not a AAA slop game. These are people that are indie dev, and trust me, for an indie game, this game is actually running pretty well. Also, I would really stop worrying about how many copies sold on Xbox and let's start worrying about the exclusives that you guys got selling on on your guys' platform, like how you guys had Final Fantasy exclusive to your guys' platform, but you know, you guys didn't buy it, you didn't put your money where your mouth is, like how you guys like to talk that shit usually, and especially, oh fuck, especially the sales that recently came out for Stellar Blade, saying you motherfuckers were hyping this up, oh, we're gonna go out and buy this game, oh, we're gonna make it so much money, are gonna feel confident enough to put another exclusive on your guys' platform, since, you know, you guys buy all these games, right? You know, you put your money where your mouth is, right? I tell you, fam, it is just a sad, sad state of affairs when these PlayStation fanboys have no games to go play and they decided to get on Twitter and console war over the dumbest things. You know, they talk a lot of shit saying that we have enough games to play. We're playing them right now. But, you know, you guys are constantly on Twitter bitching and complaining about Xbox for absolutely no reason, like, at all. But anyway, fam, that's all the content I got for y'all. I'm like, man, I wish these fucking fanboys would stop using developers and their games as a way to console war, because Jesus Christ, it's like, please go enjoy your video games for once in your lives. Like, shit. You know what I'm gonna do, fam? After I get done with this video, I'm gonna go fucking finish up the DLC of Elden Ring, and I'm gonna go play Shin Megami Tensei once again. Like, god damn, I've got my backlog already climbing, and I need to start gaming again. But besides that mess, fam, thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys enjoy my type of content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. It's always such a great pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, if you enjoy my type of content and want to tell YouTube, like, hey, I want more of Gar's content, subscribe to the channel. I'll definitely have more content coming for you guys. But besides that, fam, thank you guys very much for watching once again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.